Ladies, if a young man that you were just out on the town with asks you to come by his hotel room or stop by his house, expect that he has sexual intentions. I say this because it is really strange that there are people who still do not understand the psyche of how a man's mind works. After an evening on the town, if you're requested to follow the gentleman you're with to some place secluded, some place that you will be alone, you and him only, expect that he has sexual activity on his mind. No, this is not to say that it is required that you give in to that sexual urge from the man. It is not a requirement that you give in. At the end of the day, sex is dependent on you. Sex happens if the female wants it to happen. This is something that young ladies have been taught since puberty sets in. Once puberty sets in, this is something that is taught by their parents. Do not go anywhere alone with a young man and things of that nature. It is because of the fact that teenagers might not have the level of resistance that fully grown adults do have. They will not be able to resist as well as a fully grown adult who has more control of her faculties. Females shouldn't be going on a date with someone that you do not trust to a certain level. There are so many things that go on behind the scenes before it should reach to a date situation. Once you have gotten into a date situation, if you are unsure in any way of the outcome, you are uncomfortable with the person, he may be making advances that you are not 100% satisfied with, or he's doing activities that makes you suspicious or uncomfortable. It is in your best interest to, one, end the date, inform the person that you have other things coming up, you have to leave. Because as males, it is our responsibility to protect ladies. And if your presence causes a young lady to feel unsure of herself, to feel threatened in any way, young man, you are doing something wrong. You may have the wrong intentions. And so far, it may sound as if I am zeroing in on young adults or persons who may be in their teens, early or late teens. But however, even in the case of grown, mature people, it is very important that if someone's presence makes you feel in any way uncomfortable, it is within your power and your best interest to end that date. It is acceptable to say no. It is acceptable to say no. Now, as men, honestly, men have a vested interest in sex. However, on the flip side, if there is genuine interest, we will forego the whole sex on the first date or whatever. This is not to say that having sex on the first date is oh so bad. It is based on the level of connection that the two people have while on that date. That is how the decision comes in, whether they want to take it a bit further. Because we're living in a world where both males and females are sexually liberated. So females, have the right to choose when they want to have sex and where sex happens. So therefore, young ladies, if you're out on a date, the gentleman asks you to come by his house, to come by his hotel room, or wants to take you somewhere where you are fully alone, it is naive not to think that he has sexual activity on his mind. If you do not believe that, then you're selling yourself short. A couple of ways to ensure that you're safe on a date. Have someone check up on you. Have someone know where you are going and know who you're going with. Have someone know what time to expect you back and have that person check in on you from time to time, even a message. But ladies, you have to take your protection into your own hands. Men will do just about anything to get some of that. However, it is what happens after the man gets some of that you know whether this relationship is something that is worth following up on or what you need to do from there going forward. Because as men, sex is like a natural urge. It is a physical activity for us. Whereas for women, it may be a more emotional activity. For men, mostly it is a physical, and this may sound strong, but it is a physical need for men. So, ladies, if you're out on a date, you feel uncomfortable, you feel threatened, you are not sure of what is happening on the date, something just feels wrong. It is in your best interest to, you may want to politely tell your date that you are not feeling well and you would like to pick this up some other time. Or you can outright say, I am not comfortable. The date is not going the way I'm expecting it to go. And as respectfully as possible, end it. That is a way to deal with the situation. Because if the after party is sold to you, understand that there is sexual intentions there. So, ladies, if at the end of your evening out, your date asks you to come to his hotel room, to come to his house, expect that the gentleman is thinking about some form of sexual activity. Thank you so much for joining my channel, Empowerment. And while this may seem to be geared towards female, this is also empowering men, because men, we should know how to protect our ladies. When we choose the ladies we're interested in, we should want to make sure that everything is in their best interest as well as ours. We want to ensure that the ladies feel comfortable. Even if you do not intend to pursue a relationship with her, at least be respectable. Leave your date in a way that even if you choose not to continue, she will still have respect for you. And respect is one of the greatest things that a woman can give to a man. Thank you so much for joining.